terrible, but that's okay. Make sure you turn on subtitles before you continue this video, because if you can't understand me, those will really help. But anyway, today I have Dani. Benny, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Dani Izzie. Actually, it's pronounced a little differently. It's Izzie. It looks like Izzy, but it's Izzie.
Yeah.
And I live in Virginia.
Oh, nice. And today we are going to be talking about how to prevent motherhood. So I hope you might enjoy this video. And yeah, my first question is, I know you are a partner provider. Can you explain what that term means for those who might not know what it means?
Yeah, so a quadriplegic means that you have some level of paralysis or just dysfunction in at least 3 of your limbs. So it can be, it has to be at least 3, but for me, all 4 of my limbs have issues. So I have paralysis in my lower body and a little bit of paralysis in my arms, like in my triceps and in my hands. So I'm a quadriplegic, and I became a quadriplegic from a spinal cord injury. And the damage to my spine was in my neck. So when your spine is damaged at that level, you typically, become a quadriplegic. So.
Right. And for my viewers who may be new around here, I have quadriplegic cerebral palsy. So, and I did a video on that, so I will put it down in the description box if you would like to check it out. And my next question is, can you explain a little bit about your injury and how it impacts your daily life?
Yeah, so I've had this injury for over 10 years, and it definitely impacts my daily life. In fact, it's very, very challenging. And in a way, it's gotten easier over time because I've adapted and figured out, tricks and ways around doing things differently. So I use a wheelchair 24/7. Well, not 24/7 because I don't sleep in it. So I switch between using a power chair and a manual chair. I have, my manual chair has a small power attachment on it as well, which I really love. But every day is, I depend on a lot of assistance from people around me. So right now it's just my husband because of the pandemic. I'm not really seeing that many people. So he's helped a lot. And yeah, I mean, everything from cooking to getting dressed to cleaning the house, I do it all, but differently, and it takes a long time, and sometimes I need help. So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the same for me. I'm very independent, but everything I do takes forever. And then you also have to, and then I used to walk, so I have to worry about falling down or getting knocked over by something, and my walker has a tendency to tip over on itself when it hits a bump. So I have to be careful about that. So I'm making me relying on everyone around me to help me with everything, like what I'm set up, I'm fine. Or if I'm doing something on the computer, I'm fine. And I also rely on a lot of technology. I have an Echo, an Amazon Echo that turns on all my lighting and all my electronics in the house, and I use my phone and my computer a lot. But technically, it's very difficult. So as I'm getting older, I'm learning to adapt. Like I have caretakers that come in twice a week, and mainly the people on my best friend. Basically, I hire my best friend to take me out to the mall or the tour or a movie or anything that I like to do. They take me. I don't want my parents around all the time.
That is understandable. I had to have my parents help for like a year straight, and as an adult, you know, it's really hard.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I love them. And another interesting point, when I'm out in public with any adult that doesn't look young enough not to be my parent, people don't talk to me, and it's a very interesting stereotype. And I'm like, okay, but when I'm with people who appear in their mind my age, you know, they automatically talk to me. So
yeah.
that's why I kind of pick and choose who I go out with when I go out to an event or an outing that I like to do. So that's how I kind of adapt. Okay. I know you're remaking a film for Dani Twin about your journey of becoming a mother while being quadriplegic. Can you walk us through some of the emotions you went to when finding out you were going to be a mom?
Yeah, well, first of all, it was planned. You know, we planned this from the start. So for a while we weren't even sure if we wanted kids because of some of my insecurities, to be honest. I was like, well, am I gonna be able to take care of them? Because I can barely take care of myself sometimes. That's not true though. I really can take care of myself because I pull together the resources to make my day-to-day life work, right? And you understand that.
Right.
So yeah, and there's a little bit of overcoming some of those silly insecurities. But I went to a consultation with a high-risk doctor just to ask her my questions, because I was really concerned as also if my body could handle it and if it would be safe for the baby to carry the baby as a quadriplegic. And she was awesome. And I know that can be really rare to find a supportive doctor and people in the medical field who treat us like humans and not just like diagnoses, you know? So she was awesome. And she said, you know, she told me some of the complications, but she also said, you know, any woman, regardless of having disability, can face any kind of complication with pregnancy. So, you know, it's just a gamble. But there was really nothing like super life-threatening. So she said she totally supported me and if we wanted to have kids. So that conversation with her got my husband and I excited, and we're like, let's just do it. So so a couple months later, I went off of contraceptives and became pregnant immediately after the first try. So I was actually really surprised when I found out. You know, I went to take the test after my cycle to check, you know, because we were trying on purpose. So of course I was checking all the time. Yeah. And I was so shocked to see the plus sign. I was like, what, already? That's crazy. So yeah, it was just so exciting. And I just knew it was going to open up a whole new chapter in our lives. And then, Anna, there was the part when we found out there were twins. That was like, the emotions behind that were just so overwhelming, because that I found that out, I think, like 10 weeks into my pregnancy. I went for one of the first ultrasounds, and I was laying there and I couldn't see the screen, but Rudy was facing the screen. And before the radiologist said anything, Rudy saw the screen, he was like, why are there two? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't know what he was referring to. And then the radiologist looked at me and she gives me this look like you're in for it, you know? And then Rudy was like, what, twins? There's two of them? And she said, yeah, there's two of them. And I said all kinds of swear words. And I was just in disbelief, especially because it had never crossed my mind about having multiples. Like, that didn't seem like something that would ever happen to me, you know? Right. And I didn't have anything, I didn't have, what do they call it? Like any of like the signs. Yeah, it doesn't, not in my genes.
People usually have twins when they're twins in the family.
Yeah, we had no family history of twins. So there was no predisposition to have twins. And a lot of people assume that I had IVF, like fertility treatment, because a lot of people that get fertility treatments, they often end up having multiples. I'm not sure what the science behind it is. So a lot of people assume, oh, she's disabled, like she must have had fertility treatment, but nope.
Yeah, that's cool. What is your biggest fear about being a mother who is also a quadriplegic?
My biggest fear is probably if my health were to degrade, and if I were to lose some of my abilities, or if I were to like prematurely pass away. That's definitely my biggest fear. I would hate to deprive my babies of a mom, but that's like worst case scenario thinking, and nobody should ever think that way. You know, you got to stay positive, and I'm really healthy right now. There's nothing that is, you know, pointing to that. So and I guess there's some fears, insecurities, I'd call them, about, you know, maybe am I going to be able to give them the same experiences as non-disabled moms? But again, that's like comparing, and no one should do that. It's hard not to, but I really try to stay positive and not think about those things.
Yeah, it is really hard not to compare, because even I do that. Even in the event I want to do something, I'm like, can I do it? Probably, but how will that look to a quote-unquote normal person doing the same activity? Because people often ask me, like, I was at a restaurant about a year ago, and somebody said, or a waiter asked me, said, I was out with someone, one of my friends, and they said, oh, are you her nurse? And I said, no, I'm only her best friend, you know, and the waiter looked at us and went, oh, so you don't have a nurse? What is wrong with you? And I said, I have a party. And the funny part about it is my son, who is 18, I'm a year older than her, and we look like the same age, you know, and normally you would see a younger person with an older nurse. So we don't even know where people met it. And then people often say, oh, so you can go out with him on your own? And
yeah.
It's very interesting where people met, you know, where people met that. And I also ride an adapted bike, and I hike and stuff like that. And people are like, how do I do that? And then, how do you do that? And I'm always telling them, like, Well, I do that with any adaptation that I can possibly make up in my head or that somebody else makes for me. You know, I don't think people often realize that you can adapt anything to make it work for you.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And I think that a lot of people just have a lack of imagination when it comes to thinking about disabled people's lives, because it's like they hear the word disabled or they see the person with the mobility aid and all of a sudden they freeze up inside. They get really awkward and nervous.
Yeah.
And they lose all sense of logic and they ask really silly questions and they assume like we don't do normal things. We don't, like, the assumption that your friend is your nurse is so bizarre. It's like, why wouldn't your first reaction be like, that's her friend, they're the same age, obviously they're probably friends? Why is the first assumption, oh, she's disabled, she couldn't possibly have friends?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting to me because I'm like, some people say, oh, you have unique ability. I'm like, unique ability. No, I'm literally disabled, cannot do something, you know?
Yeah.
I have all the same ability that you have, in a different route, you know, and I often think that's because people don't educate themselves or their parents don't educate their children.
Yeah.
And I'm with there's a million videos and a million books you can read, you know, to get an idea. Uh, that's why I have the YouTube channel, because I noticed that not a lot of people, you know, had resources, an actual disabled person living a normal life. So I started it because I thought, well, I need to show these people that they can be normal too, you know, and have a normal life. And I need people who are not disabled to know that too. So
Right.
that's why I put in my YouTube channel. And that question is, what are some of the adaptations you had to make when it comes to disability and motherhood?
So that's something that is still in progress. I mean, right now the girls are just little babies and honestly they don't need very much and they sleep a lot. So there's not much right now. There were a couple things like the crib. It's really hard to find an accessible crib and it's really hard for me to get in and out of bed in the middle of the night. So what I did was we bought a cheap IKEA crib, assembled it, and just left off one of the sides of the crib and made it what's called a sidecar crib. So we put it next to our bed and we kind of wedged it in between the wall and the bed so they couldn't move anywhere. So when I'm sleeping, all I have to do is reach over if I need to, you know, comfort them or help them or whatever. And so that way the twins are sleeping close to me and I don't have to worry about, you know, transferring out of bed and all that stuff. So that was one of them. And then instead of like a fancy changing table, I just use a table. I just put a pad on a table and I have that set up in a corner of our bedroom. But honestly, I don't even change diapers. My husband is in charge of the diapers, but he likes that. Like he actually has a chair there. He sits down in the chair at the table to change diapers because it's just more comfortable that way. So it's interesting that an adaptation that was meant for me ended up being just something that was comfortable for him. And then the other big thing for me, and probably would be a big deal for other women with physical disabilities is holding the babies.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed with figuring out how to hold them comfortably, and moving them around is tough. And then it changes because they're constantly gaining weight.
Right.
So like once I figure out how to hold them one way, then they get heavier and I can't do it anymore. I have to figure out another way. So I've been trying different carriers and like pillows to put on my lap and all kinds of different stuff. So it's just, and one thing won't work for everybody. You just have to experiment. And I would say if you plan on having a baby and you're physically disabled, set aside a good amount of money for baby carriers, because you're going to go through them.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I know. My husband had two children, so I have two children removed, and when I go and visit, they live in Texas, and when I go and visit them, I'm trying to hold the baby, to feed him, and I held him for a little bit, and I was like, oh my God, this is too heavy. So I had to get somebody else, to do it, because holding them all is hard. And I was like, I don't know how I can do it, because I can barely hold my dog, and my dog is 15 pounds. I'm like, so I completely understand where you're coming from, because according to them, I want to be able to hold them, and
That's like, it's like the most important part. Like, all you want to do is hold your babies, and they're not going to be babies for long. So like every day I'm just desperate to hold them. So I would definitely say that's going to be a big focus for a woman planning to have a baby.
definitely. So. What is really cute to have them near you, and really it's a really nice time, mature you, hitting the better, or
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good for the babies. It's good for their development to be
right.
held and touched and held close. So
Right. In your opinion, how will your disability shape the way you raise your children?
I think about this a lot. I think, I think that they won't, like, it'll just be the norm for them. So I feel like they won't really notice it until their friends start asking about it. It'll just be like normal for them. But then I think that it will impact like the type of people they become. I think that they're gonna, because I need a lot of help, and don't take this as me saying that I'm gonna use my children as my little helpers, but I also am. You know what I mean? Because all parents want their kids to contribute and help, right? But I'm not gonna, like, I think I do have a little bit of an insecurity that people outside who don't understand disability are gonna be like, oh, she puts the burden on her children or something.
Right. I know people think that, because I don't know if you have heard of the YouTube channel Pondering Autism. Their daughter has autism, and then they have a son who is not disabled, and he helped out a lot, with Abby. Her name is Abby, because they need a lot of help, and people tell them that all the time, like, oh, I made her do armor work. And the truth is, a brother, we make that. Like, I have two older brothers, who happen to have help. It's like, it's not like you're using them. it happens to be the fact that you need help, and
Yeah.
there are people who will be there.
Yeah, and it's called being a family. So being a family, you help each other, you take care of each other. There's always a balance to find. You know, you give your kids chores, you tell them to, you know, help by washing the dishes, taking the trash out. So, you know, that's just normal. And you balance that with giving them a beautiful, vibrant childhood, right? So they get to play and have fun as well, you know. So, but I do think that our girls will be empathetic. And I think that they're going to understand like the interdependence that makes the family dynamic really like wholesome and loving and beautiful, you know. So I think in that way they'll just hopefully be really kind people.
Yeah, I definitely think there is definitely truth to that. All the people who I, met come into my life, all my friends and all the people who I associate with, they have a better outlook on life, and they're more empathetic to people because they see what I have to deal with and my daily routine and how much another human, no matter your age, could be have to rely on another person because they have some type of disability, and I think that makes them a better person. And that they told me, this experience of taking care of you and being your friend has made me a better person.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to let them do my hair, and they're going to have so much fun doing my hair because I can't do my hair with these hands. So
Right.
I can't wait. And my husband, he's the worst at it. So
Yeah, I know her better. I have two older brothers, and and a dad. And my mom does my hair. But when on the real estate and my mom is, not home or on a trip, it's usually one of my brothers. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong. It's almost like that TikTok trend. I don't know if you do TikTok, but it's almost like that trend. Ask your boyfriend to do your hair and see how bad they are.
yeah.
Almost that.
Well, to be fair, I'm so bad at doing hair. I'm still trying to figure, I'm like, how am I going to keep their hair looking nice and neat? I'm going to have to figure that out.
Right.
I asked my husband, Rudy, to watch some, hopefully he'll spend some time watching some YouTube videos and trying to learn.
Makeup and beauty YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Or Misty might know too.
What?
Misty DS might know too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll ask her.
Yeah. Or some other woman in the adaptive beauty may know too.
Yeah.
And my math question is, what is your biggest piece of advice for inspiring mothers who are also disabled?
My biggest piece of advice is if you're at the point in your life where you're really considering starting a family, would be to kind of like assess how much support you have around you, and then to do what I did, set up a consultation with a high-risk pregnancy doctor. That doesn't mean that you have to have a baby, but it just means that this doctor will answer your questions. That being said, if you don't like the doctor when you meet her and she makes you feel bad about yourself or insecure, she or he, find someone new. Doctors are people that we hire, not people that tell us what to do. you know, so always remember that you're in charge. So I think that would be my biggest piece of advice. And also just to, you know, really control some of those thoughts that enter your head that are not helpful, like the insecurities and stuff, you know, just try not to think that way. Try to
Right.
be positive, you know?
And that know that everything, try and be positive about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for being on my channel. And if you might want to help Dani out, I'll put her Instagram, Facebook, and her movie website down in the description box below. And make sure you definitely will follow her. Her Instagram is amazing. And if you haven't watched the movie trailer, which is how I found her actually, I highly recommend you do. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm a new family member, and I will see you in my next video. I'm gonna stop the recording here.